Hey everyone, Alex here and welcome back to another World Conqueror 2 video. So this is part 2 of Europe 1939 as Yugoslavia. If you haven't watched part 1, I strongly recommend that you do so before watching this video. But anyways, let us continue on with this game right here. And yeah, so I'm actually recording this video not long after I recorded the previous one, which is Yugoslavia Part 1. And yeah, so it feels kind of weird, I guess. And we're going to buy 2 infantry units here to basically hold off against the Romanians. And we are going to attack this guy right there. And basically what we are going to do now is we have to defend this city against these Italian forces right there. So yeah, it's not really looking too great for us at the current moment. So we are in fact going to just get ourselves another infantry unit here to attack the Romanian artillery there, and we should be able to wear him down with sheer numbers. And yeah, okay, let's attack the artillery once. Okay, not a really good trade, that's for sure. And we're going to just do that and take a little bit more income. Take that airport to just make sure the Romanians do not try anything funny. And we can take Milan, but that will mean coming into contact with the Germans, because they can just attack Switzerland and get to us. So that's not really what we want there. And we are going to let the Greeks handle the remaining Italian territories in the south. Hopefully they should be able to take care of it pretty quickly, although I don't have high hopes for any allied AI. And basically, when I refer to allied AI, I mean any AI that's actually fighting on our side as allied countries. So yeah, basically, just don't rely on the AI. Just use them as a distraction and take their stuff sometimes if it is really necessary. Just yeah, you may rely on them a little bit like how we relied on the Greeks earlier on in the previous video. But yeah, so anyways, I was saying that yeah, really just don't rely too much on the AI, because chances are you won't look great, but sometimes we are forced to do so because of survival reasons. And yeah, basically that is the only time that we've got to rely on any AI to basically help us clear the way, and make us a little bit stronger in terms of economy. And yeah, I'm just speaking gibberish now, I guess. What I say doesn't really make sense, but yeah, okay, sure. So anyways, round 8 right here. And what we are going to do here is move this artillery up, and we can take Vienna, but once again that will mean coming into contact with the Germans, which is definitely the last thing we want on our list. So let's actually take Corsica right here and try and land there, and just be a nuisance in general to the Italians. So what we are going to do here is we are going to just buy a lot of infantry units, put one there, and you're going to attack that artillery and attack that, and we're going to put our commander there to take the hits, and we are going to attack this artillery once again and take it out of the fight. And that will basically be the end for the Romanians. Okay, that's not too great. Yeah, okay, that's not too great. Yeah, okay, but yeah, we can definitely take the Romanians out in the next turn. So we're going to end the turn here and see how things progress from there. Alright, so the Soviets are up next, and I'm quite surprised that the Germans didn't take Paris just now, but well, things sometimes do go unexpectedly. Do well, I meant that things sometimes do proceed unexpectedly, and yeah, things just don't really go to plan most of the time, at least not 100% of the time anyways. And yeah, okay, the French have just bought a tank, and the Italians are frantically spawning units at Zurich to try and stop us, which is, I'm gonna admit here, is really kind of annoying, because they are actually buying artillery units, and yeah, artillery kind of have a relatively high defense. They defend quite well, and yeah, we basically have to take damage whenever we attack them. So yeah, it's not exactly too great right there. And we're going to take Corsica right there. And okay, so let's just take the Romanians out right there. And okay, we are going to come into contact with the Germans sooner or later. So let's just move this guy back. And let's take that artillery out. Okay, that's really great. And that was I wasn't planning to do that, but yeah, that is why we need an undo button. And yeah, I guess things really do not go our way 100% of the time, but anyways, we should be looking good to basically attack the Germans now. So what we are going to do here is to take Vienna, and we are going to try our best to take a couple of cities from them. And yeah, we're going to be a nuisance here, but that's fine. Let's take Zurich right here, and by 2 infantry units, and we are going to attack Lyon. We should fall. Alright, there we go. And we got to go for speed right here. The Germans do have superior economic power, so we do not want to be stuck in a really bloody conflict with them. And yeah, so basically they're focusing all of their attention on the French right now. And yeah, there we go, the French have just fallen, and that means they're going to divert all of their attention on us. But that's fine, as long as we break through the tanks, we will be fine, because we can definitely contend with the German armored cars and infantry. And in fact, we do have either our units are either on par or superior to the German units, because we have maxed out basically every single medal. And yeah, so the Soviets are continuing to advance. They're moving to Finland right now, which is great. And okay, the British are not really doing much for now. The Italians, yeah, they're definitely not really doing a lot. And basically the Spanish are going to try and come after us, and they're going to try and take Corsica. So we've really got to defend Corsica, because it really stands out as a location that the Spanish must take before they actually take Rome itself. So yeah, and we've got this destroyer over here, which is, yeah, not really great, I guess. And let's move this guy up. We'll take Milan, and we'll take that and that right there. And we're going to try and consolidate our forces here. So these guys can I'm going to ignore Corsica for this round right here, because we have to focus on the incoming threat right there. So we're going to take that city right there and move back. Send this guy there, move this guy there, artillery, and then we're going to just buy infantry units, and we are going to upgrade Budapest into a level 4 city, which is great. And let's just move and take the territories that the Hungarians have captured from the Soviets. And yeah, so let's move this guy to Lyon to defend it. I don't want the Spanish to just suddenly buy a unit and just throwing it in at Lyon while we leave it undefended. That is a quick way to lose some income, and we're going to take that. So basically what we are going to do here is to consolidate our holdings, especially around Vienna and Budapest, and then we will push the Germans back. And the Germans do have to fight on multiple fronts, and that's where the Soviets are doing a really great job at providing a distraction. So that is really the key here. We don't really rely on the Soviets, we're just using them as a distraction to basically keep the main bulk of the Germans away from us. And yeah, the Germans are definitely putting up a really fierce fight trying to take Vienna, but we should be able to hold. And even if Vienna falls, we will fall back to Budapest and Belgrade to defend ourselves from the Germans. Yeah, okay, the Soviets are moving quite rapidly into Finland, which is great. And the British are also holding off against the Germans for now. Okay, the Spanish are still... Okay, they're coming after us. So the Spanish have decided to turn their attention to attacking us. So there is one more enemy to deal with. And we can't exactly just speed our way into Paris, because that is a really quick way to overstretch ourselves right there. And yeah, so basically what is going to happen now is we are going to use... Okay, basically we are going to buy 2 armored cars right there, and we're just going to just straight up attack these armored cars here, and have to buy another one. And we're going to try and stop them from taking Corsica. So okay, there we go. And it means we're going to lose this industry, but that is fine by me. And we're going to... Okay, let's... No, we shouldn't do that. Let's move our artillery up. Let's attack this guy here, here, and there. Alright, so in comes a tank. And we are going to use an infantry unit right there. And we do have to keep in mind that the German tanks are in fact coming after us really hard, and we've got to move this infantry back. Let's take that industry right there, and didn't mean to do that. That's not what we wanted there, but things should be looking alright for us. I mean, we don't really have a lot of industrial output right here, so let's actually just fix that real quick and get ourselves an industry right there, and we're going to end the turn. Alright, so the Germans have chosen to focus entirely on the Soviets this turn, which is really great, and that gives us some time to knock the Germans out, at least in the south. And okay, the Germans are definitely going to cause a lot of problems for the British, and they may in fact invade Finland and take the Soviets by surprise from there. Yeah, but otherwise the Soviets seem to be doing quite okay for now. And they've got a ton of units outside of Warsaw. so that is really great as well. And they should be able to take Helsinki. No, okay, it looks like they're not going to take Helsinki this turn. Alright, so the British are attacking the Spanish commander, which is great. And yeah, the Spanish are throwing basically everything they got at us. And yeah, there's a lot of enemies to deal with, but nothing too much that will overwhelm us. And the Norwegians have decided not to retake Oslo. Yeah, that is great job right there. Yep, great job. And let's send this guy there and buy an artillery unit there and attack. Ooh, 41 damage. That's what I'm looking for right there. And we're going to take the German tank out and chip away at the artillery. Attack that. Okay, not what I was hoping, but well, it's fine by me. And with that, we have basically cleared out the German resistance in the the south. And yeah, we should be able to just get ourselves another infantry unit right there, consolidate our holdings, and we are going to turn our attention against the Spanish. And basically got to get an infantry there and get an no, okay, let's just get an entrenchment there, because they do have quite a bit of infantry units coming our way. They do have a tank, but once again, we can handle that pretty easily. So yeah, and okay, let's leave this infantry here, and we are going to end the turn once again. So basically, why I didn't move up the infantry was that once we move the infantry up to take the airport, then the Germans would buy units at Bratislava and start to attack us from there, and we will be opening up another front that we definitely do not want to deal with. And now that the Germans are in fact concentrating all of their attention on the British, it is time for us to strike. And Guderian is going to go down, that's for sure. Once Guderian leaves Warsaw, there goes the extra healing effect from cities, and Guderian will be much easier to take down, and it will take less time as well. But okay, the Finns have completely collapsed, and the Soviets are going to move into Helsinki, although they won't be able to take Warsaw for now, but that's fine. And the British are just desperately trying to do anything they can to stop the Germans. But the thing is, once the Germans land in the British Isles, it's basically over. So you really got to stop the landing at all costs. And here comes an onslaught of Spanish units right here, headed for us. And the Greeks are going to do nothing. But I'm actually going to end off this video right here. And yeah, so basically, hope that everyone have enjoyed this video. And if you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to leave a like. And if you are new to this channel, please do consider subscribing as well. But that's it from me for the time being. And thanks for watching. Have a great day. And of course, goodbye.